Let me tell you about the PillowRest model. So the PillowRest is one of our softer mattresses, what we call a Pillow Soft type mattress. It comes in at a 24 ILD, which Comfort King has a rating system for firmness that we developed by using our technology that we use to measure soft spots in a mattress. Basically, we have a machine that'll press down a 14-inch round metal plate and it'll tell us how firm a particular area of the mattress is. It'll tell us how far the average person would sink into that mattress, which is really the definition of firmness. So on our firmness scale, our range is about 20 ILD on the soft side to 45 at the very firmest, making 30 being right in the middle. 30 is where a lot of people like to be for a medium bed, what we call a Goldilocks zone. But for a lot of folks who want a softer mattress that they sink into more, like what we used to call pillow tops, the PillowRest fits in nicely there. What makes the PillowRest one of our ultra premium models is the use of AIRoGEL. And this is a piece of it here, you can see. What you can't see is how heavy it is. AIRoGEL is the heaviest component in the industry, particularly cushioning. It's not as heavy as some of the inner springs we use, but it is 50 times heavier than your average foam. And in this industry, the heavier it is, the better it is as far as durability. So there's major benefits to sleeping on this material. It's been in use in the medical field for a long time, so it is medical grade material. It's got all the health properties you'd want in a material sleeping on. It's hypoallergenic, very breathable. In fact, breathability is the number one thing that people seem to be concerned about as far as heat buildup in a mattress. You need more airflow. With AIRoGEL, which is made in Italy, we have a partner in Italy we're making this with, and it's a material that has a lot of airflow because there's a lot of air pockets in here. But the best part about this, and the reason the medical field's been using it for a long time, is because of its pressure point relief. When you lay on it, it relieves pressure points better than any other material that we've found, including all types of foam and inner springs, coils, air, water, you name it. This is the best cushioning you can have. And so we use it in conjunction with the other materials we have. So we'll go into our factory now and show you some of the components that we're using. Of course, we start out with our German pocketed coil. And as you can see, we start with putting a foam rail around the perimeter. And that's for a sitting edge. And we spend extra time and materials adhering that sitting edge to the coil so it won't rip apart later. When you sit on it, you put a lot of pressure on the edge of your bed. And people don't really sleep on the edges much, but they do sit on them quite a bit. So that foam rail, very firm foam, gives you a nice firm sitting edge. And then we go to the layers on top, which is basically the comfort layers. Now talk a little bit about that. There's basically two purposes of a mattress as far as what they do. You have the support and then you have the comfort. The support is where your coils come in. So the 8-inch coil system that we're using, 8-inch tall, we use a pocketed coil system made in Germany by our partner's name of AIRoGEL. And the reason we go to Germany to get our coils is not because it's cheap or convenient, because it's neither one of those things. In fact, it takes us typically 8 weeks to get an order in when we order from Germany. The reason we go there is because we're trying to build the best mattresses on the planet. And to do that, we got to go sometimes all over the planet to find those materials. And we've been with AIRoGEL now for about 18 years. And I can tell you unequivocally they are the best coil makers in the world because we've tried pretty much all the rest. So a very good durability, and that's what we're concerned with when it comes to components. We're talking about durability. But with a pocketed coil, it's also very comfortable. So it's going to support you and offer comfort, and it pretty much eliminates partner disturbance. So then on top of the coils, that's where your comfort layers come in. So the comfort layers are very important. That's what dictates really where your firmness comes in a lot of ways, how much you sink into the bed. So with the PillowRest, we're going to start with our 2-inch layer of what's called pulse latex foam. Now, these aren't names I made up or that we made up. These are actual names of the product made by the manufacturer. We buy our latex from a company called Latex Co., which does make it here in the United States, in Georgia. We've been with Latex Co. for quite a few years now. They make an excellent product. And for those who don't know, people don't really typically know about foams. There's two basic kinds of foams in the world. There's polyurethane foams, and then there's latex foams. Latex foams have a major component, which is rubber, which differentiates them from polyurethane foam, which basically is chemicals and some petroleum products. Polyurethane costs about 10% of what latex costs. So latex, much higher price foam because of the rubber. Rubber has to be imported into the United States. We can't really grow rubber trees here. Now, why do we buy latex if it costs that much more? Well, simple. One-sided bed, which we've been making now for close to 18 years. One-sided beds, you don't flip them, so you're laying in the same hole every night with most of your body weight coming down on your shoulders and hips. We're worried about soft spots. In fact, we incorporate that in our warranty. So you get soft spots are covered in a Comfort King warranty. And we patented a system for measuring soft spots so that we can stand behind our product. No other mattress company before Comfort King has ever done anything like that. All other mattress warranties only cover sags that you can measure with a string and a tape measure. Well, foams don't really break down today like they used to. They don't break down in a measurable way that you can measure with a string and a tape measure. So what we do requires more like an MRI machine. It'll tell you how your bed is actually supporting you. So that's what the soft spot warranty is. That's what it covers, and that's what we do for you at Comfort King. We cover what matters. Now, the only way we can do that is by using components that aren't going to get soft spots in the first 15 years. And so for that, that's why we use latex foam. So the latex foam that we're using in the PillowRest is a softer latex than what we use in some of the other beds, and it's called Pulse. And you can do some research on that if you like. There's some benefits to that and how it's made, and they use sound waves to make it. But our main concern is it durable and does it feel good? And yes, it feels great. It's very soft, and it helps the mattress achieve that kind of pillow top feel without having to fill the whole thing up with foam. So that's what we're going for here. We don't want to have too much foam on our beds because foam is the enemy of durability. So the next layer on top of the Pulse latex foam is going to be the AIRoGEL, and the AIRoGEL is the highest price component that we use in our mattresses. That's why it's only in our high-end beds, and in my opinion, it's the most comfortable component that we have. But it works really well in the PillowRest in conjunction with the Pulse. And so that's what's in there, and you can see, it takes some time to get that put down and attached to the mattress and glued down properly. All of our layers are glued down properly, because if you don't, what happens is when you go to move that mattress, you stand it up on end, those materials they'll fall down. And if you have a power base and you're adjusting it up and down, you want to make sure those layers are glued down properly, otherwise you're going to get bubbling. So the last layer to go on top before the quilt is the flow foam. You can see it's a brightly colored foam, and that's made by the same company that makes our latex foam. And that is more of a modern version of memory foam. It's purely a comfort layer. It feels great. There's no other way to describe it. It just feels good on your body. So the very last layer to go on top of that is going to be the quilted cover, which all beds have fabric over them. And unfortunately, most people mattress shopping, because there's not a good education from the retail side, from salespeople, and from the industry, most people will have to rely on how the mattress looks and feels in the showroom. So, they judge it by how it looks. And we want to have nice fabrics too, so we have very nice fabrics on our mattresses, but that's not the most important thing. What's the most important thing is what's on the inside, what's supporting you. But the quilted cover can definitely dictate how the bed feels. And so our quilted cover on the AIRoGEL beds, we use a thinner quilt so it doesn't interfere with the good stuff underneath there, but you still get some breathability in the quilt. Of course, like all of our high-end beds, there's a zipper on the side so you can adjust the comfort later. We don't have to resew it and unsew it and resew it. You don't have to bring it in here. Any comfort adjustments can be done right on site. I'd invite you to stop in and lay on the PillowRest. You can try out all of our different models. We currently are making around 18 different models, and each one of those models can be made specifically for you. So stop into one of our Comfort King stores today and talk to one of our builders for your next bed.